Have you ever met someone so charming, so intelligent, that you feel completely drawn in, only to realize later that you were being played? This is the unsettling world of Hannibal Lecter, one of cinema's most terrifying and fascinating villains. He's not just a monster hiding in the shadows. He's a master of the human mind, a puppeteer who pulls the strings of our deepest fears and desires. But what makes him so effective? And more importantly, what can we learn from his chilling techniques to protect ourselves from real-world manipulation? Today, we're diving deep into the abyss of Hannibal Lecter's psyche. We'll dissect his methods, from the subtle art of mirroring to the devastating power of emotional exploitation. This isn't just about a fictional character. It's about understanding the very real tactics manipulators use every day. So, lock your doors, steel your nerves, and get ready to explore the dark genius of Hannibal Lecter. Let's start with Clarice. Starling in The Silence of the Lambs, she's a young, ambitious FBI trainee, desperate to prove herself. Hannibal sees this vulnerability immediately. He doesn't threaten her with physical violence. Instead, he offers a trade, a quid pro quo. He offers her clues to catch a killer in exchange for her personal stories, her deepest traumas. He preys on her ambition and her buried pain. Notice how he begins. He starts by establishing his superior intellect, commenting on her good bag and cheap shoes, a small, cutting observation designed to throw her off balance. This initial move asserts his dominance. From there, he slowly builds a twisted form of intimacy. He becomes her confidant, the only one who truly sees her. He makes her feel special, understood, while pushing your boundaries. They'll make a small, unreasonable request. If you agree, they'll make a slightly larger one, and so on. This is called the foot in vador technique. Learning to say no without feeling guilty is a superpower. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your time, energy, and emotional well-being. A healthy relationship respects boundaries. A manipulative one constantly tests them. Third, stay grounded in your own reality. A common tactic of manipulation is gaslighting, where the manipulator makes you question your own perceptions and sanity. They'll deny things they said or did, telling you you're too sensitive or imagining things. It's incredibly disorienting. Keeping a journal or talking to a trusted, neutral third party can help you stay anchored. Having someone else confirm that what you experienced was real can be a powerful antidote to gaslighting. Hannibal Lecter's most terrifying power isn't his strength or his teeth. It's his ability to get inside your head and turn your own mind against you. He shows us that the most dangerous monsters are often the ones who wear a mask of civility and charm. They don't announce their intentions. They gain your trust, learn your secrets, and then use them to control you. The ultimate lesson from Hannibal Lecter is one of psychological self-defense. By understanding his methods, the quid pro quo, the mirroring, the exploitation of insecurities, we can better spot these tactics in the real world. It's about recognizing when someone's charm is a tool, not a genuine expression of character. It's about learning to trust our instincts and value our own perceptions. The story of Hannibal Lecter is a dark and disturbing cautionary tale, but it's one that holds invaluable lessons for navigating the complexities of human interaction. By shining a light on these dark psychological games, we empower ourselves to see the strings before we become the puppet. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the mind of a monster. If you found this analysis interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that explores the fascinating and sometimes frightening side of psychology and culture. And let me know in the comments, which fictional villain do you think is the ultimate manipulator? Stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video. So does Dr. Hannibal Lecter stand alone at the pinnacle of fictional intelligence? The answer depends on how you define the very concept of brilliance. If intelligence is purely computational power, the ability to calculate trajectories or solve equations, then perhaps some science fiction android surpasses him. But if we're measuring intelligence as it truly matters in human terms, the ability to understand, manipulate, predict, and ultimately dominate other minds, then Lecter's claim becomes nearly unassailable. He represents the horrifying realization that intelligence without conscience doesn't create a logical, emotionless calculator. Instead, it produces something far worse, a being who uses profound understanding of beauty, culture, and human nature to inflict suffering as an art form. His mind is a cathedral built to worship darkness, where every flying buttress of logic supports vaults decorated with nightmares. In the end, Hannibal Lecter terrifies us, not because he's alien or incomprehensible, but because he's what genius looks like when it serves appetite instead of ethics. He's proof that the brightest minds can illuminate the darkest paths, that sophistication and savagery aren't opposites, but can be fused into something uniquely horrifying. Every other fictional villain exists in his shadow now. Measured against a standard he established, brilliance so complete it becomes indistinguishable from monstrosity. The real horror isn't that such a mind exists in fiction. It's that we find it fascinating, even admirable in its terrible perfection. That's Hannibal's final victory. He makes us complicit in appreciating the very thing that should repel us. And perhaps that's the ultimate proof of his supreme intelligence. He can make even the reader become part of his carefully constructed horror show. Who else in fiction could accomplish that? The question remains open, waiting like an empty chair at a candlelit dinner table, where something unspeakable is about to be served.